Have you ever wondered what is the difference between these two expressions? In this video, we're going to talk about that. But before we get into this, let's talk about addition first. What is addition? When you hear the word addition, what comes to mind? So let's say if we want to add two numbers, 2 plus 5. 2 is basically adding 1 twice, and 5 is equivalent to adding 1 5 times. When you combine these two expressions, you get a total of 7, or 7 ones. 2 plus 5 is equal to 7, and if we reverse the order, 5 plus 2 is also equal to 7. So notice that for addition, the order doesn't matter. Now, what about multiplication? What is multiplication? When you think of it, what comes to mind? So what does it mean to multiply 2 by 5? 2 times 5 is equivalent to adding 5 2's. So you could think of multiplication as repeat addition. If you add 2 5 times, you're going to get 10. Or we could say 5 times 2, which is equivalent to adding 5 2 times. 5 plus 5 is 10. So that's multiplication. It's basically repeat addition. Notice that the order doesn't matter. 5 times 2 is the same as 2 times 5. Both expressions equals 10. So for addition and multiplication, the order of the operation does not matter. Now let's talk about something else. Something called exponentiation. Or you could think of it as just exponents. Let's say if we have 5 squared, what does that mean? 5 raised to the second power is equivalent to multiplying 5 2 times. It's 5 times 5, which is 25. Now let's reverse the numbers. Let's say if we want to calculate 2 to the 5th power. 2 to the 5th power is equivalent to multiplying 5 2's. 2 times 2 is 4. And so we're left with this. 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. 16 times 2 is 32. So notice that 5 squared is not equivalent to 2 to the 5th power. 25 is not the same as 32. So when dealing with exponents, the order does matter. So exponentiation is repeat multiplication. Very similar to how multiplication is repeat addition. Notice the similarities between the two. Now the next thing we're going to talk about is something called tetration, another type of operation. Perhaps you heard of it, maybe you didn't, but let's say if we have this expression. What this means is basically 2 to the superpower of 5. This is equal to 2 raised to the 2, raised to the 2, raised to the 2, raised to the 2. So you have a total of 5 2's. But now, how do you evaluate that? You need to evaluate it this way. 2 squared is equal to 4. So you have 2 raised to the 2, raised to the 2, raised to the 4th power. Now what about 2 to the 4th power? 2 to the 4th power, you're multiplying 4 2's. So this is 4, that's 4. 4 times 4 is 16. 2 to the 4th power is 16. So we're going to replace this portion with 16. Now what about 2 raised to the 16th power? What is that equal to? 2 to the 16 is basically 2 to the 8 times 2 to the 8. When you multiply common bases, you can add the exponents. 8 plus 8 is 16. And you could just type this in if you have a calculator instead of doing it mentally. 2 to the 16th power is 65,536, which will take a while to calculate. So let's replace that with that number. So we have 2 raised to the 65,536. If you type that into a scientific calculator, you're going to get an error because that is a very big number. So I'm going to leave the final answer as this number here. So that's tetration. So notice that these two expressions does not equal each other. The one on the left, 2 to the fifth power, is 32. And 2 to the superpower of 5, we saw that it was a very big number. So these are two completely different operations. Now here's a question for you. Are these two expressions equivalent to each other? 5 raised to the second superpower, is that equal to 2 raised to the superpower of 5? We know that 2 to the superpower of 5 is 2 raised to the 65,536. 5 raised to the 2 superpower, well, that's 5 squared. This is equivalent to 5 raised to the fifth power. And that is equal to 3125. So these two numbers are very different. So these are not equal to each other. Therefore, when dealing with tetration, the order matters. Now, what is the difference between these two expressions? 3 raised to the third power raised to the third power versus 3 to the superpower of 3. Are these two expressions equivalent to each other? What would you say? 3 raised to the superpower of 3 is 3 to the third raised to the third. Now let's start with the first one. So 3 to the third raised to the third can be written this way. It's 3 raised to the 3 raised to the 3. And this is in parentheses. So what you need to do is evaluate it from left to right. 3 to the third power is 27. And 27 raised to the third power, that's basically multiplying 27 3 times. 27 times 27, that's 729. 729 times another 27 is 19,683. So that's the value of the first expression, which I'm going to highlight that in red just to make it match. Now let's evaluate 3 raised to the superpower 3. So notice that we don't have a parentheses here. This is 3 raised to the 3 raised to the 3. Now the direction of evaluation is different. We need to evaluate it from right to left. So focusing on this part, 3 to the third power is 27. So notice the difference between these two expressions. 27 raised to the third power is not the same as 3 raised to the 27 power. And that's where they're different. Because here, they look very similar. But here you can clearly see the difference. So what is 3 raised to the 27? You're multiplying 3 27 times. That's a lot of 3's. So let's see if my scientific calculator can give me the answer to this one. 3 to the 27 is approximately 7.6256, that's a rounded answer, times 10 to the 12th power. So that is a very, very big number. As you can see, these two numbers are not the same. So 3 to the third power raised to the third power is not the same as 3 to the superpower of 3. These two expressions are not equivalent. So the presence of the parentheses makes a huge difference in terms of how you evaluate these types of problems. Here's a question for you. X to the superpower of 2, let's say that's equal to 27. If that's the case, what is the value of x? This is equal to x raised to the x. You have two x variables, one raised to the other. So if x raised to the x is 27, what is x? Well, we know 1 raised to the 1 power is 1. 2 raised to the second power is 4. 3 to the third power is 27. So x has to be 3. Now there's some others. 4 raised to the fourth power, that's 256. 5 raised to the fifth power, 5 raised to the fifth power rather, that's 3125. 6 raised to the 6th power is a big number, 46,656. 7 raised to the 7th power is 823,543. So let's say if we want to find the super root of 27, notice the subscript s, that's going to equal 3. If we want to find the super square root of 256, that's going to be 4. The super root of 3125, that's equal to 5, because 5 to the 5th power is 3125. What is x raised to the superpower of 3? Let's set that equal to 16. What is the value of x in this case? X raised to the 3rd superpower means that we have 3 x variables, each raised to each other, and all of that is 16. Well, we know that 1 raised to the 1 raised to the 1 is just 1. 2 raised to the 2 raised to the 2. 2 to the 2nd power is 4, and 2 to the 4th power is 16. So therefore, we could say that x is 2. Now, the reverse of this, or rather the inverse of it, the supercube root of 16 is 2. You could also say the 3rd super root of 16 is 2. Let's say if we have 3 to the 3rd to the 3rd. That's going to be a big number. 3 to the 3rd is 27, and 3 to the 27, we said it's 7.625597, and some other numbers, times 10 to the 12. So if we take the supercube root of that number, this will give us 3.